Fred is back, and this time we're talking about a dish unique to Greenville. It's called Beans All the Way, and right now it's seeing a revival. Fred Sauceman joins me now to tell us about this dish's storied tradition and where you can find it. Long time coming for this dish coming back.
Well, let's define what Beans All the Way is. It's a unique combination of homemade beef stew, soup beans, and chopped onions on top. And it's about 70 years old. Romy and Zella Mae Britt opened Britt's Grill on Depot Street in Greenville just after World War II in 1946, close to where the redevelopment is going on now on Depot Street. They were there for 6 years, moved out to the Andrew Johnson service station on Summer Street in 1952, and hired a man named Reagan Walker. And sometime in the 1950s, he decides to combine beef stew and soup beans and onions, and Beans All the Way was born. And that dish was carried over as the restaurant moved to Church Street in an old grocery store building, and it stayed in the Britt's family until 1981, when Jerry and Donna Hartzell bought the business and renamed it the Bean Barn. They ran it for 38 years, still serving beans all the way, and decided to retire in June of 2019, and gloom fell over Greenville, Tennessee. No more Beans All the Way for about 6 months until Gary Hosey reopens the business that December 2019. Well, COVID kills the business.
Ruined all those plans.
Yeah, in 2021. So the Bean Barn closes. But January a year ago, Anthony and Christy Carter, in a building close by on West Bernard Avenue in Greenville, bring back Beans All the Way. So Greenville rejoiced.
What's that flavor like, and how faithful do you think it is to the original?
You go in the front door, and the original menu from Britt's Grill is right there.
That's
on the
pretty
wall.
original.
So they honor that tradition, and I'd say it's pretty close. In fact, the beef stew may be a little bit beefier than it was, but that beef stew with the tomato in it adds a little tartness to the beans, a little salt to the beans, and of course you got to have a side of cornbread.
And I assume that Greenville's population pretty excited to have it back.
Yes, and not only because of the flavor of the dish, but because of the fact that this dish really is a symbol of bringing people together and building community in Greenville. Of course, soup beans is iconic in Appalachia, and it's certainly celebrated there with the addition of that special beef stew.
All right, Fred, sounds delicious. I could use a cup of it right now. You can find Beans All the Way being served up at the Burger Shack in Greenville. The address for that, 227 West Bernard Avenue. Open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tuesday through Friday, and 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Saturday. We'll be right back.